Sawadee krab. Hope everybody's doing well. I told you that later on this week I'd give you another vlog and kind of let you know what my class schedule looked like. And I realized a little bit past the time where I'd be taking classes. It's Sunday, but I thought you still might like to know. So, tomorrow, it's Monday, but I lucked out this semester. I don't actually have any classes on Monday. And that's great because that means that I can use that extra time to go traveling around Thailand or wherever else I want to go. So I'm pretty excited about that. No class. Now on Tuesday I have 2 classes. It starts with Thailand in the international arena. And what that is it looks how Thailand reacts and responds to international relations situations with not only its surrounding countries but countries all over the world. And right now we're kind of going through the history of Thailand because in order to really understand why Thailand reacts to those situations the way that it does, you have to understand where they came from, how they developed into the country of Thailand that we know today. After that, I have my Thai Media and Society. And Thai Media and Society is exactly what it sounds like. It talks about the media in Thailand and how it affects the people, how it affects their image. That's something that we're constantly talking about in the US. So it's really interesting to get a Thai perspective to see what they think of their media, if they think kind of the same trends are happening. Now, I'm done, and that's at 4 o'clock. All my classes are 3 hours at a time. We get about an hour and a half, a break, and then the rest of the period. Now on Wednesday, I have 1 class. I have beginning Thai, and that's 2.5 hours. And it's a cool class because everybody in there is equally bad at Thai. We all know a little bit, but it's a learning curve. For example, on Friday we had a class. I have it on Wednesday and Friday. In the class, okay, no, let's start from further back than that. Now, I don't know if you know anything about the Thai language, but it's a tonal language, so that means different tones mean different things. And there are 5 tones in the Thai language. And so, here, I'll just give you an example. A mid-tone would be like ma, a low tone would be ma, a high tone would be ma, a rising tone would be ma, and a falling tone would be ma. I know, and those are 5 different words. 5. And so we were in class trying to differentiate between those, figure out exactly what we can do to help us be able to hear the different tones. And she was trying to get us to say dog, which is, I believe, no, horse is ma, but dog is ma. And so she kept telling us, say horse, and we would all try to say it, and we would just end up saying dog. And so she ended up just getting in a laughing fit and deciding that she wasn't going to do that anymore. It was really funny. But now, on Thursday, I have 2 more classes. I start off the day with Islam in Thailand, which is interesting because the country of Thailand is, I believe, 94 or 95% Buddhist. So it's a pretty large segment of the population. And Islam is only 1% of Thailand's population. So it's kind of a hot topic right now because down in the south there are some conflicts between Muslims and the rest of Thailand. So it's an interesting topic, but the class tends to be pretty slow. We've had 2 different professors so far, and it's kind of been less than... It hasn't always been that interesting. Let's just leave it at that. But then, later on that day, I have one of my favorite classes, Thai cuisine, where we not only learn about the different... we learn about Thai food and how that is important to Thai culture and how it got to be the food that it is today. Later on in the semester, in April, we actually get to go to our professor's restaurant and cook there. So I'll learn how to make stir fries and curries and all kinds of things. it's pretty exciting stuff. And what's cool is our professor, we call her Ajahn Bo, and Bo is half owner of a restaurant called Bo Lan in Bangkok. And I don't know if you've ever watched Bizarre Foods or something, but I've seen that restaurant on TV before, and they sell great food. I've always heard great reviews for that particular restaurant. So it's really exciting to have one of the head chefs at that restaurant teaching me how to cook. It's pretty cool. And then, like I said, again on Friday, I just have beginning Thai. So it's not a bad schedule. It's 15 hours. It's a lot compared to what some people are taking while they're here, but I want to take my whole global studies minor while I'm here in Thailand, and hopefully it will all work out and the classes will benefit me as much as I hope they will. But this weekend has been just a relaxing one for me, just kind of continuing in the rest of my Thai life. But this weekend I really didn't do much of anything. A lot of people traveled, but I just relaxed, sat around, read a book. It's good stuff. But I'll be sure to give you another update soon on what's going on. Until then, see you.